Hello, and welcome to another episode of Salt Plays Sunless Sea. Starting over with a new character, and as I'm sure you can hear, it's raining really hard because the East Coast is a hellhole. I'm not gonna lie, I am really annoyed about how my last play session ended. I don't want to start again. I have not played in like a week and a half. But I'm back. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Um, Here we are. Um, right. Things. The Admiralty wants us to go to Gator's Morn, and the Gracious Widow wants us to bring her some Scintillac. I think I also have a Tomb Colonist. Yes, a Tomb Colonist to take to Venderbite, which I didn't write down. I think that is all. Yes, that is all. Okay, and I have the goddamn thing that doesn't fucking work. Like a little piece of bullshit. No, it's fine. It's... Oh, I'm so slow. I'm not gonna be this negative about it the whole time, I swear. I'm just annoyed that I was like, oh, I want to find out if it will work, and then it didn't. Warning you ahead of time, this is another 2 a.m. recording session, so apologies if I start yawning. I don't think I will, but I might. Hunter's Keep. Oh yeah, there's this guy. Okay, Hunter's Keep. A hump of dark rock swathed in mist, like 100 other Untersee islands. But here's a grand house, windows aglow, lawns impossibly green and lush in the fall starlight, raked gravel paths. You stand on the dock as the sea nudges the ship's sides. An unexpectedly warm breeze carries the faintest trace of lavender. We did last time talk to an anxious university student. I forgot about that, didn't write it down. Inspect the lorn fluke with the anxious university student. It lies on the shore just beyond a hill. You can just make out the fluke spikes over the grass. The anxious student rushes by you, whooping, but he stops on the hilltop. On the shore, standing before the mass of dead needles, is a drowny in a Nuncian postal uniform. He glowers up at you. This is not where the fluke belongs, the drowny cries in a plummy voice. It's to be taken elsewhere. It already has a delivery label. That means I have to deliver it. The student sneers. Sod your label. Citizen, help me haul the beast to Station 3. My advisor at the college has arranged room there for its dissection and study. My work will benefit us all. Not gonna lie, I really want... I did so much with Nuncio and so little with Station 3. I want to transport the Lornfluke to Nuncio. It is labeled already, after all. Loaded with extreme caution, the Lornfluke is tied by very reluctant sailors to drag behind your stern. Oh, that won't be a problem at all. I'm looking for my pen. Sorry. The Lornfluke is tied by very reluctant sailors to drag behind your stern. On your deck, the drowny postman smiles, relieved. I was worried you wouldn't understand. Take me to Nuncio at your leisure. He glances over the railing. The anxious student stands on shore, shouting and swearing at you. Tears fall fast from his eyes. The drowny shrugs and heads below deck. All right. I guess now, instead of pausing in the middle of while I'm reading something, I'll go now. Okay, anything else at Haunter's Keep? I'm going to reconnoiter the island. And I don't have a reason to talk to any of the sisters, so we'll just go. Love having two weapons. Alright, we got crates to fuel. Great. Since I haven't played in a while, my desk is not set up to have a mic and a keyboard accessible. Oh. Take care of that secret in a second. The trouble with tomb colonists. You've brought this decaying immigrant north. Now what? An absent friend. It is everything I imagined, he tells you breathlessly, but there's someone missing. Please, bring her to me. Oh, okay. An absent friend. Nope. A vague commission. She went off to Mangrove College. She needed to get out of London, but Vanderbite is just as safe as the college, and I'll wager she's bored of mud by now. Okay. Tomb colonist? Wants me to bring this shady sort to Vanderbite. Okay. Let's explore Vanderbite. An unorthodox technology. Sweeter scents draw you into a shop which sells candles, lilac, lavender, honey. You fall into a discussion of their manufacture with the shopkeeper. Yes, she says, proudly displaying her missing arm. We render ourselves to good end. Oh, don't look like that. Our fats are of a finer quality than any other, and we grow tired of our bodies down here. Horrible. I was going to say that it is impossible to find pine-scented candles around here. I've seen one pine-scented candle in the year and a half that I've lived here. I guess I said that. I was gonna say that, but now that they're human fat, I don't want to think about it, but I am. That's great. Okay. Next, let's visit the first curator. Z Captains. The first curator gives audience. The first curator is responsible for the preservation of the tomb colonies. It has been here much longer than London, like all the oldest tomb colonists. But even tomb colonists dissolve in the end. Its time is close. No more light, the obsequious steward cautions you. The curator is terribly afraid of moths. He opens the door and you step into the near darkness. A pair of luminous lamplighter bees buzz in a latticed ivory tube. There is no other source of light. A bandaged shape no larger than a child lies crumpled on a couch. It lifts its head with obvious effort. It takes several seconds for you to distinguish its voice from the soft buzz of the bees. Listen to a whispered request. Z Captain, Silkskin, not much left of me. I will go into the Grand Sanatorium. Bring me colors, 7 colors. Pay well. Cosmogene, Irigo, Pelican. Steward has list. Find them here and there across the wide black sea. We will accept the commission. I asked about the Grand Sanatorium last time I played this. I don't feel like I need to. No more words. It collapses, rustling, back onto the couch. Even the effort of speaking seems to have diminished it a little. The audience is over. As the door opens, it shrinks from the finger of light that reaches across the floor. Outside, the obsequious steward nods. The book. Yes, the book. He hands you a slim, illustrated volume. The curator is old as dust. We will all be grateful if you do it this one last favor. Let's gather some gossip. Who's plotting what out in the tomb colonies? Along the coasts of the Untersee, it's remarkably hard to die. The decrepit and nearly dead who leave London become tomb colonists and settle here in bandaged peace. But they don't give up their ties to home or their politics. You gather a haul of complex clues, enough to keep your contacts in London interested. Check out if there's anything useful in the shops. I'll take 10 money. I almost said gold, but that's not the right word. Oh yes, and I have a secret to spend, which can only be spent with this guy. Oh, I have to have less pages. Cool. Okay, my stats are too good to be upgraded. Well, I guess that's fun. I'm going to go just due east, I think. Because I'm looking for, like, I'm looking for, like, Gators Morn and Port Cecil and Nuncio. I do not think that I'm going to get to all of those, this mission. But that is technically my goals, which are all east and not really so much north. A bat swarm defeated. Little leathery corpses lie scattered across your deck. The rest of the swarm vanishes into the neathy dark. I'm going to gather up the corpses because this just reduces terror and we have almost none. Gather up the corpses. They are succulent with stolen blood. Into the pot. An unorthodox diet. Those little bones are troublesome, and the flesh a little gamey, but salt them well enough and they're quite edible. I guess now I can use the Z-Bat. Shepherd's Wash. Yeah, basically. Can I go between them? It's not really. I'll go north. Ooh, almost decided that too late. One thing I do like about the beginning of the game is, getting lots of, fragments really quickly, just for sailing around. I think I said this at the beginning of the last game. That's a mistake I made the first time I played this, is it was like, oh, I really want to take the legacy that gives me, I don't remember if legacy is the right word, that gives me, like, maps and stuff. Lets me keep my predecessor's map. It's not worth it. It really stunts your ability to, level up at the beginning of a new game. Okay, Shepherd Isles. Of course, the bearded watchman tells you there are no actual shepherds on the Shepherd Isles. Sheep are mostly illegal here. No, indeed, it's just the name of the gentleman that found the islands. Greybeard, sitting on the village square, nods solemnly. No sheep, one says, but plenty of tails. Ask us anything. Let's ask... Ooh, ha. Okay. I'm going to do this in order. Let's ask for tales of the three graves. Who sleeps beneath the turf over on that island to the northwest? Hunters at rest. The Chilenite, right? They're hunters. They killed a turtle the size of London and built their city in its shell. A ship from the Chilenate came by, hunting the midnight whale. 3 of them had died cowards, so their bodies couldn't go into the sea. They paid us for the land in whale ivory. I still got a piece, but I keeps it safe. And we'll also engage an officer, the sigil-written navigator. Let me guide your ship. I know all the Z, how it was, how it will be. Please, the headaches only stop when I'm working. Relief. Thank you. The nonsense here was a distraction for a while, but only the Z can help me now. Ah, my God. The air. It's clearer already. Let me chart a course for you. Ah, my head. And I'll compile a port report. Oh, yes. There's been goings on. In the bleak light of the false stars, surface rolling like a porridge pot, up with a roar of steam and flash of fire, 3 widows swimming, tentacles, and then we saw His Highness. There's rather a lot of this material. And finally, let's assign this officer and speak to him to get our mirrors up. I can do this twice, right? Yes. And I'm also going to invite him to dine with you. He has an admirable appetite for so slight a fellow. Forgetfulness. Seconds, then thirds, disappear in small, hasty morsels. He is nervous and not a gifted conversationalist. You do your best to plug the silence. When you ask about his past, he winces. I can't say, citizen. This, he taps the livid sigil on his temple, which twitches like a scorpion's sting, has burned away my memories. I recall I have a brother, but not his name or where he is. I remember the names of the ships I've served on. The Implicit, the Bonnie Swan, but not their crew. How did he come by the sigil? He clutches his head. I don't know. Thinking about it is like fire in my skull. He grits his teeth. Someone must have hated me very much to curse me with it, but I can't even remember my enemy. Do I have to spend another... No, okay. Captain! My sleep is riddled with dreams, citizen. Dreams of bells and candles. A destination. He paces the deck. I see a lonely house lit by tallow and a wick. A bell is ringing. It rings now. Do you hear it? He scratches at his sigil, which has begun to bleed. Do you know this place, Captain? Can I plot a course? A place of candles and bells, the chapel of lights, a northern church where no sin is too terrible. All right. Cool. Well, I mean, we know where this goes, but also, let's do it. Okay, nothing else to do here. Yeah, no, okay. Off we go. Gonna go a little bit south, actually. Might as well get out of the... Yes, this is Station 3, isn't it? Yeah. right. Station 3. We may infer a Station 1 and a Station 2. We may conjecture a Station 4. Machinery hums behind high steel walls. Up the hill there are visible outlines of warehouses and a building with a spire, but the lamps are low where they burn at all, and your ship the only one in harbor. Let's train your telescope on shore. Might be best to get a look from a distance. Church or something else? You stand on the high point of your ship and look to shore. There is a steepled building on the horizon, by far the largest thing in sight. No cross marks the top of it, nor any other symbol you recognize. Let's search for signs of other visitors. It never hurts to know what you are up against. A shattered box. A box lies broken on the ground at one of the far quays. No one has cleared away the debris. A torn label reading Soothe and Co. Curved shards of apothecary bottles. A curious oval of silvered metal the size of a cameo brooch. Alright. I mean, we know what happens if we try the... yeah. Alright. This isn't going to go badly. I guess I have 200 HP at this point. Ooh, 7 damage. Alright, you've destroyed a crack pirate frigate. The ship is yours. What will you do with her? What's this? 2 supplies, 1 fuel, and a page from a journal. Until the 6th candle was extinguished. Now we all watched the flame as it stood up, as it were on tiptoe, taller and bluer each heartbeat. Its light grew brighter in the moments before it failed, so that I saw the faces of all my companions, drawn and white as if we were already dead. Then the candle flame drew itself up like a dancer and was extinguished. Dark fell upon us all like a wave, and I heard the hatchlings uncoil. All right. Love to hear hatchlings uncoil. Is Gators more north or south of here? I think it's north. North and east. Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, hey, look, another one of you. Right, you've destroyed a pirate frigate. 2 supplies, 1 fuel, a stout crate, 3 more supplies. Nice. I love starting the game off with improved weapons. Here it is, Gator's Morn. Alright, step carefully. The morn is a stalagmite vast as a crag, and its foot has no safe harbors. The corsair's citadel nestles halfway up. An intricate system of winches takes the strain, and your ship rises slowly from the sea. Her hull creaks in protest. Grizzled sailors groan and cling to stanchions. Higher, higher. Now the Untersee shimmers like glass below. Children clambering in crevices cheer and wave alarmingly. The winch motor slows, and you hang in a cradle next to a red-bowed pirate cutter. Oh yes, strategic information. Okay, first let's overhear rumors of a pirate poet. Landlubbers fear pirates. Pirates fear the poet. Lies, nonsense, glimmers. Some say she's a clayman who freed herself with the power of verse. Possible. Others insist she's the personal muse of the king with 100 hearts. Unlikely. One claims she sails on a living ship made of the still screaming skulls of her victims. More sober voices mutter that, no, it's just an Alcaeus-class vessel. Whatever the truths, few have fought her and survived to tell the tale. Only the bravest of captains risk the lonely parts of the sea where her flag is said to fly. Alright, then let's... I want to see what happens if I refuse to pay for the information here. You're a rough cove. Come on, this is me living and me life. A shrug. You can't blame me for trying. I wants to get home. Sick of this place. London, eh? How's the old monster? Wait, they'll see. Here's your report. I'm off. The report is barely legible. Perhaps that's part of the code. The Admiralty will know. Next up, let's explore the Mourne. There's a surprising quantity of actual landscape on the Mourne. It's vertical, admittedly, but once you find the beast paths and urchin roads, you can traverse it as you would a rocky moor, with an additional throatful of lurching terror. An intriguing smell. Who'll try? Who'll buy? A street vendor turns skewers on a grill. The mixed scents are nothing like anything sold in London. Let's try the shredded jellyfish. It's not to everyone's taste. Yeah. Force it down. Ugh, you'll regret it later. The jellyfish's venom numbs your tongue and roils your stomach. You've gained a terror and lost a little bit of hunger. And finally, let's gather intelligence. Gator's Mourne swarms with pirates, smugglers, and captains of uncertain allegiance. You could learn a lot here, but you'll need to go carefully. A dislike of spies. You and one of your more villainous-looking sailors join a dice game. Villainous-looking, but you know for a fact that she tithes to charity and has a delightful singing voice. The topic turns promisingly to pillage and ambush, but your sailor is a little too forward with her questions. There's a scuffle and a scapping. You escape, she does not. Alright, I think that's all that there is. Yeah, that's all there is for me to do here. I have another secret. Let me speak to this guy. This is just, yeah. Okay. Gonna go a little bit further east, maybe one port further east, and then head back. I have a lot of supplies and not a lot of fuel, which is I'm not a fan of that situation. Oh, Port Cecil already. That's useful. The Principles of Coral. This might kill me immediately. Okay. Huh. You've defeated an albino moray. Damn me, it's an ugly thing. Even uglier dead than alive. Friendlier, though. I'm gonna butcher it for supplies, and occasionally other oddities. One prepossessing mass, one hunting trophy, and one Stygian ivory. A curious sack. Slice it open. What's within? Z eggs. Call them Z eggs, the bosun suggests. We don't want to tell the crew what they actually are. They're safe to eat, but you know. Alright, here we go, Port Cecil. A sourceless silver glow, a haven for players of games. Rumpled convolutions of coral fill the water, glimmering with silvery light. The harder you look, the more you see shapes amid the chaos, almost as if they were sculpted. This one could be a crenellated castle, that one a horse's head. A neat little port huddles into the side of a coral island, prosaic imperial docks and houses tucked away in a baroque organic chaos. In that curious silvery light among the frozen chaos of coral, the scene has the unreal air of a pencil sketch, crumpled and discarded. First, I'm going to gather scintillac. The best of the coral will fetch a high price in London, but walk the reefs of the principles and you risk delusion and despair. Take your crew and go carefully. Fragments of silver. Where the Z washes across the coral's edge, it glows a rich purple. Each time it washes across your boots, you expect it to leave stains. You edge along the slippery coral, picking up lumps of brighter glowing stuff here and there, and though the Z doesn't stain, eventually it begins to whisper to you, phrases so clear that you catch yourself looking over your shoulder in case your crew have spoke. They have not. They're looking around, just as you are. Between stars, the Z says, descend the chain. When it runs out across the coral, it sounds almost like a soft chuckle. I rest here, it tells you. I forget. 2 scintillac and a terror. Then let's gather intelligence. What happens here? Chess, dreams, silver light. The older inhabitants of Port Cecil carry coral incrustations like a disease, splotched with silvery light. They like to go up into the limestone heights behind the harbor, to lay their heads against the pillars and towers, stare at the roof of the Neath, dream open-eyed. Sometimes they speak of things far away, the Khanate's work, the smuggler wars, the Fathom King's secrets. Perhaps it's not all invented. And finally, let's play some chess. Chess is popular in the principles. The port is full of exiles, drunks, and washed-up Z-traders. They all play, often obsessively. Be careful. The chess pieces are carved from scintillac. Here in the principles, that can be very dangerous. I'm going to go until I don't have a 100% chance of success. And then I'll maybe do like 5 more. A disciplined success. Odd thoughts bubble up each time you touch a chess piece. This one longs for home. That one has a secret desire for revenge against the slayer of its rank mate. This will be a queen one day. Those would do better as metal. You taste the metal. You ignore these thoughts and move methodically to a victory over your opponent. He blinks. Checkmate? He asks helplessly. Alright, I'm gonna do this until I start failing. Oh, a very modest challenge. Okay, one more game. You don't know how long you've been playing. You won a match, another. The rough coral tips of the chess pieces are smeared with blood, yours, your opponent's, but you have begun to realize that your moves recapitulate the movements of the powers of the Neath, the flukes and their shapelings, the bazaar that lurks in London, Mount Nomad that prowls the sea, salt, stone, storm. With every move you take, the shape of it becomes clearer in your mind, sharper. Checkmate, you say. One more game? Your first officer is tugging at your arm. Ignore them. You have chess to play. So I am going to play 4 more games. That was the first one where I wasn't guaranteed to win. So, a loss. Your opponent shakes your hand. Time to go, she tells you, but don't worry, you'll be back. Her touch lingers. Her fingers are cold. Alright, 3 more games. I already read this, so 2 more games. I already read this. 1 more game. Already read that. That was the last game. I have a ton of secrets. I'm going to improve my mirrors a bunch of times. I think I need a secret to open up the college in London, so I'm going to just spend this one, and then I assume I'm going to get another secret on the way home, but you know, just in case. Okay. Coming off the back of that rousing success with the eel, I'm also going to try and fight the bound shark. Where is it? There you are. Yeah. Okay, you've defeated a bound shark. Its bonds buckled, its skin torn, its teeth shattered. I'm going to examine its cage armature. I don't really have a need for more supplies. Someone has bound it savagely with black iron, sunk bands and joined mechanisms deep into its flesh. Modest challenge to find this stuff out. A painful mystery. You learn a little, except that someone is merciless and inventive. The pain this creature must have suffered. You take a tooth as a trophy. If your hull is damaged, your engineer will repurpose some of its cage as repair materials. So we got a little bit of hull, bunch of other stuff, sadness. All right, and I think with that, I'm going to end this episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I have no idea what episode number this is, and I'm not going to know for the next one either. Well, whatever this is, thank you for watching it. See you later.